Okay, this is my nice Jensen Ashley, my dog barking, which is a table loom. It's a Norwegian style loom. It doesn't really fit in the picture because it's a 30-inch. So we'll move away a little bit so you can see it. There we go. And this wheel is set up for a left-handed spinner. Turns out that even though I am right-handed, I spin like a left-handed person. So I bought a wheel with the flyer assembly on the right so that I can spin normally for a left-handed person. And you can see this has double treadles. I have a bad ankle, so I kind of need the double treadles. I'm going to pause this for a minute and hook it into my tripod. Okay, what I need to do is change the bobbin right now, so you just take one of the maidens and twist it out, and then pull the bobbin out and unscrew the whirl. I usually use the medium-sized whirl. If you use the smallest whirl, you aren't going to be using double drive with this particular wheel. You'll have to switch over to single drive. It's just the way it works out. And it screws the other way. Nope. I can do this. I've done it lots of times. Okay. This wheel seems to like double drive the best. Every wheel is slightly different. I don't really care which mode I use. I'm not that particular about it. I like to use a yarn leader. Some people just tape it on. I use a yarn leader. A nice long one is always good. And the fiber that I'm using today is Jacob. I'll show you some pictures of it later. I bought this Jacob. Let's see if we can get a picture of it. You probably can't see it that well. But I bought this Jacob and as raw fleece and processed it. It is wonderful to spin. It is so awesome. I can't describe it. It is a primitive fleece. It's not a real soft fleece, but it just has a wonderful quality. It's springy. It has a great texture. It's just really a nice fiber. Okay, now I'm going to have to change the orientation of this so you can actually see how lefties spin on wheels like this. So just a moment, we'll do a pause here. I can find the pause. Okay, I'm spinning towards my left side and across my body, and because I'm using a left-handed wheel, I can draw out the fiber much further, pretty much as long as my left hand can stretch. I don't usually spin this long. This is called a long draw, but it's nice. If you want to spin one-handed, you can. Give your other hand a break. My other hand is now down. And just pull it out. Let the twist come up into this. There are certain fibers that it just works out really great to spin like this. It keeps you from getting too stiff. I'm sitting on a stool that's just the right height. I had this stool custom made for me, and it's very comfortable. Keeps my back straight. A hunched back and spinning is never a good idea. And I'm going to stop here for a minute. This wheel is so quiet and so lovely. You just can't get over. Every time I spin on it, I just can't get over how wonderful it is. It's very well made. It's not, the cherry is beautiful. It's nice to have a hardwood wheel. I don't have to worry too much about chipping, denting, and it's just going to look better with age. So now you know, if you are a left-handed spinner, that means that you draw with your left hand. You draw out the fiber. You're holding the fiber with your left hand, and you're drawing it away from your body with your left hand, and your right hand is just up near the orifice. Those are the characteristics of a left-handed spinner. And you can spin on traditional Saxony wheels that are single treadle if you're a left-handed spinner, but you're going to be twisting your body a little bit to the left. And over time, I spin for very long sessions, you're going to get a little sore. So you're going to need to change your position frequently. Maybe open up your stance a little bit wider so that your legs are open a little wider apart so that you can turn your entire torso instead of just a portion of your torso, and that might feel a little better. Or you can look and do a little research and find someone who makes a wheel for a left-handed spinner. This is the most comfortable I have ever been spinning, except for with a castle wheel. That's the other alternative. This is a table wheel. It's a Norwegian style wheel, as I said before. Saxonies are similar, but they don't have the horizontal tables. Usually the table is tilted a little bit and there's one table. Castle wheels have the wheel below the flyer, and it doesn't matter if you're a left-handed or a right-handed spinner. That orifice sits right smack dab in front of you, and you can draw to the left or draw to the right, and you treadle straight ahead, so it's fairly easy regardless of your handedness. It's a good idea to have a castle wheel. I have a shocked wheel. I also have a Jensen Tina, the Tina original, which is also a castle wheel, and I always have at least one castle wheel that I can spin on. But now that I have this Ashley, I can sit for long periods of time at this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this for a moment and show you some of the yarn that I've spun. This is all from the same sheep. This is the gray. That's from a Jacob sheep from Three River Farms. It has, like I said, it has a really great quality, and then there was a little bit lighter gray. I'm going to use these 5 colors in a shawl. And it is not coarse. It feels woolly, but it doesn't feel overly coarse. It's got a little piece of fuzz on it. And here's the darkest of the colors. And there's a medium gray. All from the same sheep. Okay, and then one more, the white. We have to have a white. When I touch this, I love the quality. It's springy. It's nice and thin. I spun it not lace weight, but a little bit thicker than lace weight. And I think it's going to make a really dandy shawl. These are 2-ounce skeins. I found that for knitting, it's really nice to have a 2-ounce skein. If I'm going to sell the yarn, people like to buy it in 2-ounce skeins. 4-ounce skein is pretty big, especially since I spin very thin. There's a lot of yardage in a 4-ounce skein. But these are all approximately 2 ounces. They came off the carder that way. Pretty much an ounce per bat. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll just spin 2 ounces at a time. And I'm very happy with the result. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold these up. There we go, last one. Don't twist your yarns too tightly. It tends to flatten them. A nice loose skein is better than a really tight skein. It loses some of its loft. And then you can see the bat that I have. This is the darkest one. It's got a couple little bits of lighter color in there, but that's all right. It's not really going to be noticed. And it's you have to try Jacob. You really do. It's really wonderful to spin with. It spins like butter. It's very, very easy to spin with. If you're a beginner and you want to pick a fiber that's going to flow or lay in real easy, this is going to be it. I know I make it look easy, but over time it really is easy. Spinning is not rocket science. It's a physical memory skill. Once you develop a physical memory, you don't even have to think about what you're doing. And you can get into the whole relaxation aspect of spinning. I don't really have to use my right hand anymore, but I sort of keep it down there. It's a guide. It lets me feel how the yarn is. If it's spun too tightly, it'll feel real rough, little corkscrews. But I don't really need to have it there anymore. And like I said, if you are a left-handed spinner, really consider finding a left-handed wheel. And a left-handed wheel has the mother of all, the flyer, on the right-hand side of your body. You will really be happy that you made the switch. And it's worth the money. For a lot of people, $1,500 seems like a lot of money to spend on a wheel. Sometimes it's more than that. But over time, you're going to really enjoy the fact that you have just the right wheel for the way that you spin. Well, thank you for joining me, and I hope that this was helpful for you.